Hello everyone, I'm Ethan Clark, and for my Audit 413 Internal Controls project, I chose to assess the process of selling a part at my workplace, which is called Governors America Corporation. And this place is actually a manufacturing facility, and we sell parts for engines. I'm assessing the internal controls of this manufacturing facility as I am in the accounting department there. And this is just the overview of my Word document. As you can see, here's the audit walkthrough, here's the narrative, and here's the flowchart. The audit walkthrough is a walkthrough of the job of selling one actuator part, as I said, and it goes through all the steps of the whole transaction. And I will go through that more clearly on my flowchart, which is right here. So first, for the sales department, the order gets received by the customer from Charlotte, which is the sales manager. Charlotte then creates the sales order with all the information, such as the email, phone number, and the price of the part that they order. Then production receives the sales order from sales, the sales department. The production department either has to produce actuator or go to machining to make the actuator from scratch. But after that, it goes to shipping, where they then receive a sales order from the production department. Shipping is run by James. He's a supervisor, and also the managers there are James and Mo. They then create an invoice and all the shipping information, so that they can add up all the shipping costs and get the right price. If a customer has an account with us and the shipping company, they don't have to add shipping, so we're all set there. After the shipping department, it gets sent to accounts receivable department run by Kathy, Alex, and me. So we receive the shipping information, the new invoice, and then we create the sales invoice, and that becomes a whole new invoice number and everything. And on that, we enter the shipping information on the invoice if it's not on account, so we get a new price, and then we enter the new invoice number so it's on record. Every new transaction has its own invoice number, so nothing will be repeated, so it can be kept track accordingly. And then the new shipping invoice is kept in the customer file, and each customer has their own customer number. After that, we enter the credit card number and wire transfer receipt in the cash receipts register if it's one of those, or if it's for a check paying customer, we email them their invoice and they have up to 30 days to pay. And when the check is received, we enter that in the cash receipts register. And then we post each transaction into the general ledger. After the transaction is posted into the general ledger, the journal entries are made for each of the transaction, in this case just the actuator, where cash is debited and materials and production are credited. And then we record the part as sold in inventory so we can keep track of how many parts we have and if we need to make any more for the next transaction. That also ties in with the journal entries. The controls I am testing here have to do with occurrence and accuracy, mostly because it's important to make sure that this whole process is efficient and all the important steps are taking place and have actually occurred, so there's no misstatement in the audit. And for accuracy, this is very important because numbers and names have to be accurate in every step so we can know who's accountable for everything and we can make sure there's no fraud or misstatements. The risks in this that might need new improvements in controls are the design effectiveness, because there are so many processes to go through and some people can mess up. But I think the operating effectiveness is very well because everyone does their job efficiently, and the process is pretty efficient. But again, the design effectiveness can be better, and if there's an error, it can make the process pretty slow.